everybody, and welcome to Phoenix. Back at Phoenix, back-to-back nights. Last night was the championship finale for the Speedzone Xfinity Series. Tonight, we go race number 3 in the Truck Series with a few new faces making their debuts in the trucks. We got a minute 30 left in practice. Talk about it just a little bit. Nathaniel came up one spot short last night in the championship race to Randy Arms. He's looking to try to get a win here since he wasn't able to get it last night. Another driver who is out on the racetrack now. Court Hansen in Corey Hansen. Apologies. I need to pull up my stats thing. But Corey Hansen out here, as long as his brother Court Hansen, who's in P5 right now in the 72. Ryan Simmons is a friend of theirs. They call him Scooby because, well, if you check out the paint schemes right quick, he got the Scooby-Doo car. So, I like it. Matthew Helm, it's his second race. So, Helm's racing in that green 33. Tiller and Frady here racing. So, we are finishing up. Oh, contact! I think the steering broke on the 66 right there. So 8 seconds left in the practice. Kale was top of the board, half a tenth up on Matt Frady. Nathaniel Anware was 7/100ths off of the top of the board. Randy Sample, Court Hansen, Ryan Tiller, Jonathan Mazzella, Randy Arms, Matthew Helm, Corey Hansen, Ryan Simmons, and Mikey Adams to round off practice. We're going to see who can go top of the board and set down a heater. Randy Sample is going to be the first one out on the racetrack and try to do that for us. See what Randy's got in that white and fluorescent yellow 24. With the rest of the field following him out onto the racetrack. Ryan's going to go down the racetrack. We're going to see very unique lines here from a lot of these drivers who are setting their times now. We'll see Mazzella out on the racetrack. Right on board with him as he starts his first lap. Most of these times are going to be one lap to set down because it will be it'll be whoever can get the run through 3 and 4, cut that dog leg big, and get the run into turn 1. So you're only going to be able to set it up because you have to run the bottom in 3 and 4. So only one opportunity at it. See here with Nathaniel, he does it, drives right down the racetrack, down the hill. Going to run that middle lane, start turning down. A good line from him there. See if he can do anything right now. Randy Arms top of the board so far. Corey Hansen goes top of the board. So Corey, a good lap for him. Puts him P1 for now. Nathaniel, I think, tried shifting there. I don't know if it worked out. Said that last night, and it does. Almost by a tenth, just behind. Kel McClinney starting his lap. Matt Frady is rolling out for his lap. Not going to take the same strategy that Nathaniel did. Mikey Adams goes 7th. Nathaniel, I don't think, will improve. We'll see what his second lap was. Cale McClinney goes top of the board. A 10th up on Nathaniel. What a lap for Cale. Does Matt have anything for him as he's starting his lap. Can Matt do it? Has been one of the best in Speedzone at Phoenix. Can he knock off Kel McClinney? 10th up on Nathaniel. Does Matt have it in him? A little bit slide. He does! Beats him by half a tenth. Matt Frady on the pole. Listening into the radio chatter from the rest of the field. I don't hear anybody talking. But Matt goes top of the board. Don't know if he celebrated it. But a great lap there from Matt. So Matt, half a tenth up on Kel. Nathaniel, a tenth and a half up on him. Corey Hansen, a great lap there for Corey. One of the lower I-rated drivers in here. His brother was ahead of him in practice, but Corey was able to set that lap and starts P4. So 55 seconds left in qualifying now. Ow, that hurt. That was my wrist. Let's get a quick word in here with Matt. Matt, do you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
On the pole here for Phoenix in the truck series. You got the pole last night in the Xfinity cars. Had some unfortunate luck on pit road, but we heard the excitement out of Kel. Well, I did, through the wall. He thought he got it, and you went out there and kicked his ass. So good job. Tell us how you were able to set that lap.
Drive in, sent it, hoped it stuck.
Well, she stuck. Race plan wise, what's your strategy heading into it? A little bit smaller field, but a very competitive field as we've seen during practice in the race last night.
Yeah, just try not to burn off the right front and don't speed in the damn pits, that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't want that problem, but we're going to wish you luck. Hopefully be talking to you here at the end.
Thank you.
So good word in there with Matt. He's going to be on the pole with Kel McClinney on his outside. Strive Wraps Racing front row. In row number 2 is going to be Nathaniel Landwehr and Corey Hansen in the 49. Row number 3 is going to be P5, Jonathan Mazzella in the 41 and Randy Arms in the 8. Row 4 is Randy Sample in the 24 and Court Hansen in the 72. Row 5, Ryan Tiller in the Coors Light 23 and Mikey Adams in the Haviline 28. Row 6 going to be Matthew Helm in the green 33 and Ryan Simmons in the 32 Scooby-Doo. Going to be the whole field, a little bit smaller for this truck series as we try to build it. But it's still going to be a fun one. 80 laps tonight. 30 is the stage, so no random caution like we see in the Xfinity cars. 30 laps is the stage, so these drivers can make it all the way, but I apologize there. But there's going to be a lot of battling and shuffling and tire wear as we saw last night in the Xfinity cars, so we'll see how much that comes into play. What did these drivers learn from the championship race in that league? And what can they apply to the trucks? Base car rolls off. So it's going to be Matt and Kel front row. Nathaniel's going to be starting P3. Okay, Nathaniel, how quickly does he try to get around it? He might be having some deja vu from last night's race. Got stuck behind Kel for a little while there. in the first half of it. Wasn't able to get around him. Had to pull out some muscle to try to make it work, but same front row in front of him as we saw. Can Kale hold off Nathaniel, or does Kale try to take the lead from Matt on the start? Long ways till we come to the green. Phoenix Raceway, Speedzone Truck Series, race number 3. Into the zone they go, and we're racing at Phoenix. As they fan out on the front straightaway. Now into turn 1. What lanes are going to be used? Kale's going to try to roll the outside line of Matt. He's going to be there to the right rear. Side by side for the lead down the back straightaway for the first time tonight. See, does the outside line work a little bit further back? We got the battle between Mazzella and Arms here. Jonathan Mazzella, not the best qualifying lap, but showed a lot of speed in that 41 earlier last race. Ended up capitalizing, ended up P3 with Randy as Corey Hansen's going to get in the outside wall. Made everybody lift as we're still side by side for the lead out front. Matt on the inside, Kel on the outside. 3 wide behind him. For a split second, that's Arms and Mazzella. Corey here. A little bit down on the I rating, but is learning a lot racing these good guys. Still, battle for the lead is on with Kel able to clear Matt, but Matt's applying the pressure, trying to get back to him, and sitting just behind Nathaniel is in the same spot he was last night. A little bit deeper, Mikey Adams in 9th, seeing Ryan Tiller and Corey Hansen. Corey with a good qualifying lap, just hasn't had the speed early in it. Mikey's going to go to the inside of him now. Big crossover and sends from each. 5 laps in. So far, so good. Matt now looks the inside of Kale, just kind of peeks the nose. Mazzella's going to start setting his pace. Tiller's going to be on the back bumper of Sample. We're going to start seeing these guys get really racy. That battle for the lead is still on. Watching from on board with Nathaniel. He's running that lower line compared to everybody else. Kale hasn't been able to pull away since he got to the lead. Then we got Tiller. He's starting to make some moves here, trying to work his way through the field. P7 right now, but showing a lot of good speed. The last few laps has been quicker than the 2 cars in front of him. 2 trucks, I might say. Just hasn't been able to make a move yet. These trucks are a little bit more downforce, a little less horsepower than we see in the Xfinity cars, so they are not the most hard things to drive, but they're not easy. As any chance that you get to make a mistake, everybody else will capitalize, as we saw from Corey Hansen there. Just struggled getting that car up to speed. Ryan Tiller now looking underneath Sample, just hasn't able to to kind of get to the inside, just sneak underneath. He's going to try to roll it through the middle of the corner. Has a good view on everybody in front and where he wants to be by the end of it. Going to try a little bit higher line there, try to roll. It just doesn't seem like that higher line in 3 and 4 is working. Randy was loose that time on corner exit as we go to the helmet cam, riding on board with him at C. Last night he had a very different line. I don't think he was trying to do it, but into 3 he would get way sideways as he jumped on the brakes. if he does it here. It does not look like it, but Matt Frady still out front, pressuring Kale, just hasn't been able to make a move yet. Nathaniel hasn't dropped off. We'll see how the tire wear comes into play. We know it was pretty big last night. It seemed like you had to take 4 tires if you ran more than 10 laps, and the long run speed mattered. But where Nathaniel is, I don't know how much he's saving compared to just trying to stick with him, or if he's really pushing right now. And with the more downforce on the trucks, a little bit more dirty air behind, is that coming into play? Is that a factor? Does it matter? Or is Nathaniel good enough to where he can just go up there and get it at any point? Let's ride on board with him and see kind of where he's losing it and where he's gaining. A little bit shallower line into 3 that time. A little bit of a twitch there, but Matt still right on it, just hasn't been able to do much with it. Corey Hansen has been sideways from starting up front. We see Mikey Adams in P9. Phil's just kind of setting laps here. We got 6-7 laps to go, 67 to go here that time at the line. Just hasn't been able to roll that bottom too great. A little bit tight there for Mikey. Wyatt, do you got a copy?
Hello?
Hey, you got a copy?
Yeah, what's up?
Well, I know that you're one of the best drivers on the iRacing service. Was wondering if you could take us for a lap here around Phoenix. If we ride on top of Nathaniel Landwehr's truck as he's following Kel and Matt. Take us for a lap here and tell us how to get around Phoenix.
Please hold. All right. So yeah, you got to cut this real good, real nice. He didn't cut it enough, to be honest with you. Now you got to like diamond this corner. Yeah. Get down to the, or not. All right. I stay up next to the wall here. Okay. Now you get down all the way to the yellow. I would have tried to get it onto the O'Reilly logo. Now you want to cut this all the way down. Yep. Exactly. There you go. It's a lap around.
How crucial is it to cut that dog leg here? We know it's a loss of time, but the entry to 1 changes depending on how you take it and take the angle. How important is it to get it right and to cut it?
I mean, you just got to cut it because that's what they do on TV, right? You know?
That's what them boys on Sunday do, so you got to do it when you jump on the simulator.
Exactly.
All right,
you got to make sure that you do it on here, too.
Well, we appreciate you taking the time. We know that you're on top of the box with the 28 of Mikey Adams, so go and help him here. So we're watching the battle between Tiller and Sample. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Wyatt Garrett there, starting to give us a few tips here how to get around Phoenix International Raceway. IMS. I forgot what it's called, the new name of it. IMS. Well, I think they went back to Phoenix. I don't know. But Tiller is setting up this pass here, seeing what he could do on Sample as we have Matt starting to roll closer to Kale. Just hasn't been able to get it. He's going to get a little bit tight. Just isn't able to do anything yet. Mazzella now is reeling in Randy Arms. See a little bit of a wiggle there. Randy going to drive her in really deep. Not going to hit the wall, but we did see sparks come off of it. Let's go ahead and listen to the driver's radioactive.
Oh, problems.
Chase implications.
Anyways, there was
Randy, I was
chili
thinking
bean
the
that I
same
found on the
fucking
counter.
thing, brother.
I kept saying that last night. Like,
when you hit the wall in the stage, Nate, then when y'all sped, I was like, chase implications.
I hit the wall. What?
Yeah, last night.
I did?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Didn't you
Yeah.
stop and fix damage under the stage?
Oh, no,
Yeah.
I hit Schwartz.
Well, yeah, same
Oh,
thing.
You know,
Same
kind of
thing.
close enough to the wall. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think 37 brake bias was the move, guys.
You can go that low in the trucks?
Yep.
Oh, damn.
All right, we're going up.
Oh, I missed the corner.
Oh my god, I'm about to get ran over. Hold up. We gotta get going.
No, I missed the corner. Don't worry.
Back in there, you hear Nathaniel loose on entry, doesn't like where his brake bias is set at, and is really struggling with it. So we'll have to keep an eye on him as he slowly has dropped back. He's a second and a bit off the back bumper of Matt and Kel now. So the top two have slowly pulled away, and it's let Randy and Mazzella start to reel in P3, Nathaniel Landwehr. He's loose through the corner, too. That thing is not driving good for him anymore. Whether that be tire wear or the long run speed of that truck, depending on the lanes that he was running, it just doesn't have it in it now. But if we look at it, it looks like from 7th, Ryan Tiller has reeled in Sample, who's reeled in Mazzella, who's reeled in Arms. So it's really starting to have the accordion effect of whoever saved tires has been able to catch the guys in front of them. Except for Kel McClinney, who took the lead from Matt and is now pulling away further and further. Two of their best racetracks. Kel has the fastest lap of the race. But a good track for Kel has run a lot of races. Same thing with Matt and the official stuff. I think we're seeing that experience come into play. With him about a second gap on the rest of the field here. Let's ride on board for this next lap and see what Kel's doing that's making that truck so fast. And see, as there's a battle between Arms and Mazzella. We'll come back up to that. We got a battle on the racetrack. Randy Arms next to Mazzella. Mazzella had a look. They're trying to fight for who's going to go after the 66. Just up in front of them. Randy Arms is maybe going to go up the hill. Just doesn't get the thing turned. You see it twitches in the center of the corner. Mazzella able to clear. Does Randy try to move? It doesn't look like it. Going to go in the corner. Give him a little touch on the straightaway. Let him know, hey, I'm just here still. Move Mazzella into P4. Does Randy try another lane? Randy's really committed to the outside line. Same thing with Nathaniel Landwehr. And I think Kel is doing the same thing up on the high side. Randy Sample now looking to the inside. It's a Randy battle between the 5th and 6th runner. But let's ride on board once again with Kel from the helmet cam. Let's see what he's doing. Very consistent. Dog leg isn't cutting it too much. Gets to the black side on the wall. Runs his right sides just above that seam right there. Kind of straddles it for a second. Drives down the racetrack and keeps it in the middle. And he gains about a 10th on Matt Frady out back. Back into 3. Backs off kind of early. Gets it to the bottom of the racetrack. Is able to turn. And completes the lap. So he's really going after it. Now we got the side-by-side battle from the helmet cam with Randy Sample. It's the Randy battle. Arms just isn't able to roll the outside like we saw from Kel and what he was able to do earlier. Randy tried to make it up early in the run, but the caution should be coming out. We're on lap 31. We'll see when the caution does. 50 laps to go. We're on 31. Still on 31. And there's the caution. All right. Wasn't sure when the caution was going to come out, so Kel gets the stage win. Took the lead from Matt and has led ever since. What about a second gap? But Pit road. It was a scary place last night for Matt, who is leading it, Nathaniel, who's in championship position, and then Sped. We're going to be watching these pit stops to make sure none of these drivers speed, and if they do, it could be costly, as hard as it has been to pass. Let's go and listen to the strategy calls from the crew chiefs on top of the box.
Both or one?
One. One.
Just give me a right front. I think we'll be all right.
Only take a right rear.
Don't speed.
I thought about it.
Yeah, don't speed. I promise you, it's not fun.
When did I start? I don't remember.
Randy the championship.
Oh, we missed it.
Chase implication.
Infield
Chase
music is
implication.
nice.
Go, truck. Fucking hate you.
No, I sped. Wait, no, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're
You
good. We're
didn't
good.
learn last time.
I went faster to this time than I went last time too. I was going 52 when I crossed the line.
I'm telling you, Randy was spamming the button last night.
Spamming the button.
So, a lot of different things going on there. We thought Nathaniel possibly sped, but Matt wins the race off pit road. He gets in front of Kel McClenny. So move Matt to the lead. Kel back to P2 where he started. Mazzella is into third. And it's a jumble up here when we get back going to the green. Choose cone at the stripe there. We might not be doing choose cone. I'm not sure. Not sure about trucks. $47 laps to go for the restart. It'll be lap 35 when we come back to the green. It's ran green from here. It's the same front row we had at the start of the race. Kel led most of it after taking the lead from Matt around the outside line. We're going to see if Kel can do the same thing he did before and try to take it, or does new second row with Mazzella and Randy Sample have anything to say about it. Here we go, rolling into the zone. We're racing once again at Phoenix. Matt with a good restart, able to get clear on Kel. Now Kel's going to be a little bit further back than he was, as they're 3 wide once again behind him. That's Randy Sample in the middle. Nathaniel's going to try the Corey Hyam line. It just doesn't seem to be working out for her. Arms in the outside wall just a tiny bit. Kel's going to look to the inside of Matt Frady. Good move by Kel there to the bottom. He's going to cut the dog leg like we've been seeing all night long. But with Matt on his outside, how aggressive does he get? Does he get the elbows out, or does he try to roll that inside line? Does Matt roll the top side better? He's going to have a run down the back straightaway. Into 3. How aggressive do you get with your teammate? 45 laps to go. We heard the hate speech from Kel saying he hates Matt Frady. Not got a good exit there. That allowed Mazzella to reel Kel in as the caution's out. Mikey Adams around in 3 and 4. We have the first caution of the night. Smoking. Problems for Mikey Adams. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened. What happened to Nathaniel? Nathaniel had a problem there far back in the field. What happened here? Really lost a lot of time. Run that bottom lane. Got split. Tiller went underneath him. Whoa, then he about got into Helm, went up the racetrack. Got way out of the groove. Then, riding on board with them, they go into 3. Mikey kind of goes down the racetrack. They touch a little bit. Nathaniel's already loose. Then Mikey sideways. And into the outside wall. Hard he goes. Hard contact. We had to censor it. Big problems there for Mikey, as he's going to be the first out of the night. Just didn't look like the bottom lane worked out for Nathaniel at all. Kind of regretted the decision. A little bit of netcode spun Mikey right around. Let's go and see what the drivers are saying.
Why are you so
Hey,
angry,
semi
Mikey?
something.
Too much damage. We're done. Fuck you, Nate. Fuck
Hey,
you,
Mikey,
dude.
I'm gonna get off the pit box.
Mikey.
Kick his ass.
Fuck you, Nate.
Mikey.
Swear to fucking God, dude. It's in my fucking Wednesday night doing this fucking bullshit, ready to race. Then you get around a fucking pro driver and you get dumped. Ain't that about a bitch?
Semi-pro.
Mikey,
Semi-pro.
scream it. Let me see it.
Semi-pro,
Mikey.
semi-pro.
Let me see it, Mikey. I'll be the
But yeah,
judge.
let me see it. I'll be the judge.
You're
No,
fucking
you ain't
driving a
judging
race
shit.
car.
I ain't
You're gonna wreck
listening to
somebody
you,
else.
Nate.
Let me see it. Let me see it.
You ain't judging a shit.
We hear the frustration from Mikey. Let's get an interview with him and see what he's got to say. Mikey, do you got a copy? Mikey, do you got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy. I'm fucking heated. Look at this, son. I'm reviewing it myself. Look, going door to door into a turn, and then a guy just turns you, man. What the hell are we doing around here?
Yeah, we know your crew chief White Garrett works hard on that 28 truck, tries to get it ready for you each night. You had a pretty decent run there, running inside the top 10. What do you think that you could have done differently to avoid it, or how much fault do you put on Nathaniel for it?
Oh, what I could have done differently was got the fuck away from Nate. What I could have done, I give it about 50-50, because, you know, it did counter steer for me. But, you know, just rubbing, brother, and, you know, just get fucking sent, and it counter steered on me. Just fucking, ooh. We're cooling. We're cooling.
Yeah, get you some milk and calm down there, Mikey. We got a lot of weeks coming up, and you've been showing a lot of speed in the truck, so I'm looking forward to the next few weeks with you and seeing how you run there.
I had stage points, Cabe.
You did
had
have
fucking
stage points. You got in the points.
All right.
Well, they're coming back for a restart, Mikey. Unfortunate night for you, and we'll be seeing you next week.
Yes, sir.
Mikey there was able to calm down during the interview, but we're coming back to green. We're halfway perfectly. Gonna cross the line. 40 laps left to finish off Phoenix. Matt gets a good restart. Kel able to stick a little bit better with him, though. Almost took a swipe at his rear bumper as it went through the corner, as they fan out now into 1 and 2. Arms on the outside of Mazzella, battle for third. Seems like the outside line in 1 is the preferred lane if you're running side by side. In 3 and 4 on new tires, Kel was able to roll the outside on Matt, but it just isn't working right now as they make a little bit of contact. Still side by side though, as they cut the dog leg. Who's going to have the advantage into 1? Randy's going to have a nose. How far does Mazzella drive it in the corner? He does. Randy up to the outside wall. And now move Arms into second. A little bit further back, Matthew Helm is in the same position that Mikey was in. He's trying to avoid the consequences that happen when running inside or on the outside with Nathaniel. But he's able to avoid it. Nathaniel, big slide job from the 66. Able to clear. Does Helm have a run down the racetrack? He does, and tries to take it away, but now for second, Kel 0.5 of a second behind Matt, and has lost the lead on the pit stops. That's let Randy Arms and Mazzella reel in Kel. So the battle for second is going to start to heat up. Kel drives in the outside wall a little bit loose to the center of the corner. Over drives it sideways. Does Randy have a run? Can he go to the inside? Does Kel throw the block? Kel under deep pressure here from Randy. Randy kind of stalking his prey at the moment. Kel made the mistake. He lost the lead and then made the mistake getting in the outside wall. I don't know if there's damage on that 07 truck, but if there is, that is going to hurt him in the long run here as we get later in the race. Was able to bounce off it, didn't lose too much time. With how he's running now, it seems like it doesn't hurt it. He's pulled away a little bit on that 8. Now Nathaniel trying to get by Ryan Tiller. Can Nathaniel find a way quickly and try to get inside the top, or get up to the top 3? We've seen how hard it is to pass. He's going to get the good cut down the racetrack. Got to go to the exit of pit road pretty much. Big send into the corner. Same thing from Randy Arms to the inside, into the door. Deja vu. They go around second place. Kel in the inside wall and around in front of the field. Oh.
It was Randy and Kale.
There's a yellow cactus on my screen.
What are we doing, guys? What the fuck are we doing?
Bunch of fucking
Oh,
squirrels
shit,
in this
cracking.
league.
I'm gonna need the crew chief and the driver of the 07,
Oh,
the 8.
oh, it's broke. The left front
The
broke.
driver of the
can't steer it.
6-7.
I'm gonna need him to the NASCAR hauler after this race.
Did you smell this pizza?
It would not turn there, Kale, and by the time I realized I was going to hit you, it was too late.
Oh,
You
almost
got
got
me,
you.
Brady. You got me. You tricked me. I thought you were gonna hit the barrels.
I thought so too when I hooked back right, and I was like, "Oh, this don't turn."
Did you get tore up, Kale?
Huh?
Did you get tore up?
Yeah, it's walking.
Damn it.
He told you to tear him
squawking.
up, and then you said me
It's
first.
Walking
So
or walking?
Yeah,
Y'all did have that
it's-
exchange,
it's-
by the way.
It's
Like a
caught
bird.
walking, that's-
all right. Do we
Okay.
think? Do we think
It's doing the
that?
fucking crip walk.
Do we think Aaron Jones is going to play this week?
Oh yeah.
Who the fuck is Aaron Jones?
Oh fuck.
Who got the lucky dog? Oh, dear Lord.
sorry, Mazzella, I'm not paying attention.
We hear the frustrations there from Kel. Randy apologized, but the battle for second is over now. Kel got hit in the left rear from Randy. You heard him say he got a little bit tight. But now we have a new front row. Matt thought about pitting there. Didn't. But this mixes up the whole front of the field. So Matt is your leader still. Mazzella up to P2. Tiller going to be in P3. Nathaniel, big help for him inside the top 4 once again. Randy Sample is going to be in 5th. Matthew Hell moves up a few spots. And Corey Hansen, who's been struggling most of this race, just hasn't had that speed. Same thing with his brother. Had good speed in practice, but he has that right front damage, as you can see, trying to get it fixed. But it just won't be able to get it fully fixed. I think you might be able to see it. Did it knock the right front still off it? Then Ryan Simmons locked up the brakes, hit Randy in the left front, and was avoidable, but just couldn't do it after he wasn't able to see Randy sideways in front of the field. So unfortunate from that point of view. But everybody going to try to get back out, make some laps as the pace car turns down pit road. 30 laps to the green. I'm shocked nobody pitted, to be honest. We don't have the most amount of tires sitting in the pits waiting, but I expected at least a few to come down pit road. So we're coming back to the green, 30 to go. Green's back out. Matt fires. Great restart for Matt. Clear by at least 4 car lengths. Mazzella kind of sleeping there, like he was waiting on a pizza to cook. Staring at the oven door, waiting for it, and can't get it out yet. But Tiller's on the inside of Nathaniel. Trying to roll the inside, but got a little bit loose. Nathaniel drove it in there. Is going to be clear for the moment, and he does. So Nathaniel P3. Tiller under pressure and under fire from Randy Sample in that 24. Randy really rolling the bottom in the center. just doesn't have the run on exit. Here comes Helm with a huge run down the back straightaway. He's going to send it 3 wide. 3 wide for a moment. Oh, feeds Randy a right rear up the racetrack. And they go around. Nathaniel now to the 41. Jonathan Mazzella didn't have the best restart. Lost a little bit of time on Matt. Reeled him back in a tiny bit. But now he's under fire from Nathaniel. Matt having the speed for now. Let's talk with the crew chief on top of that box. Doug Ezel, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
We know that you're on top of the box with that 40 truck. You have got that thing tuned up. He's got the lead 0.7 of a second as they battle behind. But what have you done to that truck compared to the first half of the race? We know Cale took the lead, and then Matt got it back on the pit stop, so the crew did a good job of getting in the lead. But that thing has been lights out ever since.
Yeah, it's running really good. I'm just waiting for the green-white checker. We're going to throw 4 on and see how that works out.
Well, it depends on what number you get. Well, I guess it doesn't, because I guess when you put 11 on the door and try 4, it could either work or not. But yeah, we'll see how that comes into play. You got 25 to go here. These drivers should be able to make it on fuel. How much tire saving are you trying to help Matt and talk him through it as he's getting run down now as Nathaniel clears the second?
I've actually been pretty quiet on the radio and just letting Matt do his thing. I think he ran enough of these things. So I'm just going to let him do his thing and try not to get into his head or anything.
Yeah, adjustments-wise, what would you do to that truck? How's he saying that thing's driving right now as we get a little bit of wear on the tires, but if we get to a green-white checkered or a late race pit stop, what are you thinking to make adjustments-wise?
I don't know. We could try 2, maybe. I don't know if I would go with the 4. It didn't work out for someone else that we saw. So I think on a late race thing, maybe we just give 2 a try, see if it loosens it up, and maybe get them around the track even faster.
Yeah, I got to take those curves really quick, but thank you, Doug. We appreciate it. We're going to let you get on top of the box once again. Doug there, crew chief for Matt Frady, but now a 1.07 tenth gap, second gap on Matt Frady. Can Nathaniel run down that 40 truck? Lost a little bit there. Let's ride on board with him and see, does he gain time? He tries the bottom lane. He gains to the center of the corner. Just isn't going to have it on exit though. Stays about even. Gained a little bit that corner, so keep your eyes on the left side of your screen with that ticker, as you can see the gap between second and first start to come down, if anything, but the battle is for 5th and 6th, just behind Matthew Helm. Randy Sample to his inside. Randy gonna throw a slide job, maybe not gonna slide up, but has the nose underneath and has the bumper in front of the chrome horn of Matthew Helm. A little bit of a bump. Ooh, that was a little bit closer than I think Sample would have liked. So Sample moves himself into the top 5. Gets around Matthew Helm. Matthew Helm has kind of been the lurker, I guess we'll say tonight. Hasn't been showing the most amount of speed, but has shown enough and been out of trouble. And I think that's something that we'll see as the aggression builds in the season. With the aggression levels picking up and having to stay out of trouble, it seems to be a big factor. Like we saw from Matt Frady, he was able to stay out of the trouble. Nathaniel went to the back, got into some trouble, and he may have upset a driver in that 28. So maybe not made a friend as he was coming through the field, but he's done a good job of staying mostly out of the trouble. It has worked himself into second. Mazzella's had a pretty quiet night, but inside the top 3. So a lot going down as we're running here. Let's see if we can talk to Randy Sample. Randy, do you got a copy?
Hey, how you doing?
Well, we're having a long run of the race here. Still 18 laps to go. But how's that truck driving? And I was wondering if you could take us for a lap here as the tires start to wear.
Yeah, it's getting a little tight going through 1 and 2. Starting to push up a little bit. Still trying to keep it cut down to the bottom. It seems to be the faster lap. 3 is still tricky. Truck likes to slide up the track a little bit. Shifting's not really working too well.
I was
Seems like
wondering,
I'm gaining a little bit.
yeah, I was
Sorry.
wondering how the shifting will work, if drivers are trying it or not, and all that. But you seem to be reeling in tillers, so we'll let you get back after it. Going to be 15 to go here at the line.
All right, man.
Randy Sample there. We'll try to talk with the guy he's trying to run down in Ryan Tiller. Tiller, do you got a copy?
No.
Uh-oh. You want me to let you go?
No.
All right. Well, we see that you're running P4, actually having a pretty solid night, staying out of trouble. We heard the explosion of emotion from the 28 of Mikey Adams, but how's your night been? Pretty quiet, but you gained spots throughout it.
We're going fast, turning left. Just trying to keep the truck underneath of us and keep the 24 behind us. So.
Yeah, he's starting to really in just a little bit, not to make you nervous, but to defend here at Phoenix, what seems to be the line and how would you defend as he's slowly getting to you?
I'm just trying to run a little bit higher in 1 and 2 and trying to keep it under me in 3 and 4. That's basically all I'm trying to do. I think I'm over driving 3 and 4, and that's where he's catching me. So that's where I'm trying to get better real quick, and I've got to do it fast. So.
But all right, well, we appreciate it there, Tiller, and we'll talk to you
All right.
here in a little bit.
We'll see it.
Ryan Tiller there, get a cool point of view of them two battling. The lead was cut down to about 0.8 of a second during that run, but it looks like it's gone back up. Matt has pulled back away from Nathaniel, as now Randy Sample is trying to make that pass on Ryan Tiller. See how he does it. Looks to the inside line. Has a nose down there. Just doesn't have the exit speed. We know Tiller was said in 1 and 2, go up the racetrack, make sure he gives him the bottom lane. Randy's going to try to stick the nose in there still and kind of force it. Randy's going to be sideways, really having to will that thing, but Tiller doesn't have the good drive on corner exit. Battle through as they get really close on each other's door. That could loosen one of them up or tighten the other. Ryan Tiller in the 23 on the outside. Randy Sample in the 24 on the inside. Randy had the speed, was able to reel him in, but it's one thing to catch him. It's another thing to pass, but the dog leg is really going to help Randy. He might have an opportunity as they go into one. They're still neck to neck. Up the racetrack just a little bit, then going to drive down the racetrack. Side-by-side racing here at Phoenix. This track does race good when you get especially drivers who are very close to each other, and we can see how competitive the field is. This is a 2.7 SOF, so a very high strength of field as we're seeing, as competitive as it is, especially at the start of it when they got really close together. Randy's going to still go up the racetrack, maybe going to have to feed the right rear to Ryan Tiller, but Tiller's able to get the run back down the straightaway. If you're in Sample spot, how frustrating is it for you to try to make that pass? Just has it through the center of the corner and has a nose. Just isn't able to get there as they almost make a little bit of contact. Sample got loose. Sample gonna drive it in there. They make a tiny, maybe a little bit of net code, but they stay off each other. Side by side for what's been the last 4 laps between the 23 and 24. Randy sideways once again. Doesn't have the rear drive, and that's where you lose on the bottom here at Phoenix and a lot of different short tracks, if you're on the bottom lane, you just won't have the rear grip on throttle to kind of power on exit and try to stay on the outside line as you kind of pinched on the bottom lane. So you're cranking the wheel, trying to feed it gas, and then that's when the car wants to spin the tires and you lose all that time. So Tiller's done a good job of defending it. We got a lap car. That's Ryan Simmons. The front end is hurt on that machine. We'll see where they're going to go. He's going to go to the inside, excuse me. Randy, big arc into the corner. Ryan arced it enough to run the outside line. Sample ran the inside, just isn't able to do it. What a battle. It's frustrating if you're in both of their situations because you know Tiller knows Sample's quicker. Sample knows he's quicker than Tiller, but they're not able to pass each other. There's contact out back. That was Helm in the side of Simmons. For a second, we got 5 laps to go. This is still the best battle on the racetrack. Tiller gonna have a nose once again. Little rundown of the field, though, for you. Matt Frady out front was leading at Phoenix. Got the speeding penalty and gave it away last night in the Busch cars. In P2, Nathaniel Landwehr got that lead down to about what was 0.8 of a second. It has now gained a lot. So hasn't been able to reel him back in. The tire wear is coming to play, and it's hurt Nathaniel tonight. Mazzella, one of the guys who wants the longer races and that tire wear, just hasn't had a bad night. He's been very quiet and shown the speed. I think he is reeling in Nathaniel just a tiny bit. A little bit further back, though. That's the battle. Let's see how Randy was able to make the pass. Was there contact? They were side by side into 3. Was there a mistake from Tiller? Or was there contact? A little bit of right rear to right front. I think Randy was up the racetrack. Tiller tried to get it to turn, and it just didn't for him. So Sample finally able to clear and gets to 4th. Trying to run down Mazzella, second in a bit back, but I don't think he's got enough time as we're 2 laps from the finish. Next time by is going to be the white flag. Not got the fastest lap of the race. Maybe the most consistent car of the night. Got the pole. Was able to lead up until lap 5. Got the lead taken away from him. Was able to get it back on the pit stop. Doug Ezel and that pit crew has done a great job getting into the lead, making the adjustments for it. And he's come off on 2 for the final time. Heartbreaker last night in the Busch Series with a loss, but he's going to get redemption at Phoenix and come off a 4 and take the win for race number 3 in the trucks. And a little bit of a spin. Ding the right front. But Matt with a win. They're going to spin him. Give him that wish of good luck. Let him know, hey, you're probably the only car that had a lot of speed. Here's the rundown of the field. Matt Frady in first. Nathaniel second. Jonathan third. Randy Sample in 4th. Ryan Tiller ends up 5th. Matthew Helm, quiet but good, P6. And it goes to 11th and 12th with Randy and Mikey. So Matt's going to go ahead and burn her down on the front straightaway. Let's get a word in here with Matt. Matt, do you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, heartbreaker last night. You sped on pit road. Didn't seem to be a problem with Doug on top of the box there, and that crew was able to get you to lead on the restart after the cautions and never looked back. How important was that pit stop to get the lead and control the rest of the race?
Considering that clean air was a huge factor tonight, it was very helpful to get out front and stay in front of Kale there. Sucks that the teammate Kale got wrecked, but I think we are actually the points leader here, so hopefully we can extend our points lead as we go on.
Yeah, you like the trucks and seem to have equal speed in both, but the trucks you just seem to have a little bit better luck in. What did you think tonight was the difference maker on the long runs. Nathaniel didn't seem to have the long run speed that he did in the Xfinity cars, but compared to the trucks, you seem to still have a lot of tire even to do a burnout.
Yeah, just a matter of backing up your corners, and like I said, the clean air definitely helped when going through everything and being able to turn rather than having dirty air and getting tight and burning your right front up even more. So the car was definitely good that long run throughout the entire thing. Even so, better than the little 30 lap run that we had in the beginning.
Well, congratulations. You get the win. Race 3. Go ahead and give your shout outs and who you'd like to thank.
You for streaming, Ryan and Randy for hosting the league. Everybody watching, my dad that's watching, my son, Jake and his kids, Kale the teammate, and Kale for doing all my paint schemes and everything. Oh wait, hold on. Honor, health, health and horsepower.
Do you have a
Trying to
sticky
find
note
more.
that you're reading?
No, I'm reading the wall. Let me drive
Oh.
around real quick.
They didn't pay no money for this.
NASCAR Championship weekend.
Yeah. Well, you didn't win the championship last night. That's enough.
Call
That's
811, Lucas Oil, O'Reilly. You know.
All right. Well, you're running out of spots on your driver's suit there. But congratulations coming home with the win here in Phoenix.
Thank you, sir.
Matt Frady there gets the win. Gonna keep burning her down. We're gonna go to P2. Nathaniel. Well, a little bit different night. You didn't speed on pit road, even though you thought you did at some point. But the long run, you started to reel in Matt there. The clean air seemed to be the deciding factor. You had a little bit where you gaining, but wasn't able to do it and started to lose it. How big was the long runs tonight with the little bit smaller field and it going so green for so long?
I just didn't have the pace there. Truck didn't handle nearly how I thought it should have been. Or real tight. Like, and I just can't drive a tight race car. That's the biggest downfall for me. So, but man, Matt and Kale were hauling there. And I just had nothing there.
Well, in your debut for the Truck Series, not too bad of a night. This is your first race of the trucks, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I was just making sure. I wasn't sure. Their paint scheme looked different, so I was like, I wasn't sure. But P2, we're looking forward to seeing you the rest of the season, hopefully, right?
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah. And we're going to follow a pretty unique schedule, I guess. How often do you run the trucks? And with the tracks that are coming up, we have Michigan, Chicago, Auto Club, Old Atlanta, and Las Vegas. So a lot of big tracks for these trucks. What is your excitement going there?
Those are kind of my specialty. During last time they ran Road Pro, what was that, like a year ago, year and a half ago? That was kind of our bread and butter. There was the mile and a halves, and put a lot of laps in at these tracks and understand how the trucks drive there. So, hoping we'll be good.
Well, you definitely were good tonight. Ended up P2. Go ahead and give your shout outs and who you'd like to thank.
Shout out, like I say every single time, you in the booth, anyone who helps you out in the booth, all the guys racing, wife downstairs who's playing with the cat, I can hear it jingling, little toy, and admin team putting it on, and that's about it. Same thing as always. Thanks to everyone.
Well, we appreciate you coming out and looking forward to seeing you next week there at Michigan.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
There with Nathaniel. And the guy who finished third last night comes home in third tonight. Jonathan Mazzella, do you got a copy?
I do. I'm here.
Well, you come home in P3, deja vu to last night. P3 then, P3 tonight. You seem to have a lot of long run speed. Nathaniel didn't seem to have that. Tell us how much last night helped you prepare for tonight, even though they're different cars. It seemed like you drove it very similar and ended up in a similar position.
Yeah, deja vu's right. The cars felt very similar. Despite having less horsepower, felt a little looser off tonight, actually. So, yeah, I repeat of last night. Exactly. As soon as the sun went down, I got tight. Couldn't do anything. So
Yeah, a lot of patience on throttle and waiting to get on the gas. But we go to a few big tracks. We go to Michigan next week. We got Chicago Auto Club. What's your thoughts on the trucks with the lower horsepower, more downforce, kind of drafty races, I guess, coming up on the schedule with the trucks?
yeah, I like the trucks. You can manhandle them a little more. I think you can put them where you want to better, and I'm excited for it. I think the lap count's good actually, and yeah, I'm ready for next week.
Well, we are looking forward to seeing you next week, and want to give you congratulations coming on P3. Go ahead and give your shout outs and who you'd like to thank.
I appreciate the broadcast booth and the league and my friends for hanging out with me and putting up with me. You have a good night.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Later.
Congratulations. See ya.
Yep.
Jonathan Mazzella in P3 rounds it off. So, what a night of racing. We saw side-by-side battles throughout the field, contact, and maybe some anger management problems coming up for a few of the drivers in the field. But next week, we're going to Michigan. No more Tuesday night racing with the Busch Series being done. So we are done with that. Wednesdays will be taken up for the next few weeks with the Truck Series. So let me find the schedule real quick. I'll put that up there right now. So we see it on the screen. We're going to Michigan, 60 laps there. And then we go to Chicago Auto Club, like I've been mentioning. So we go to some big tracks. So next Wednesday night, make sure that you guys set your clocks and tune in at 5:30 PST, 8:30 EST, and we will see you guys then. Have a good one.